I'm so excited, guys. I'm gonna go to my first ever graduation. I think it's really important to recognise that that is a privilege. Like,
Molly sometimes takes it too far with other people.
I'm actually going back to Southeast Asia for a month.
Not to get all woke and
Woke.
Karen on them.
Anything else you want to update on? Any other life updates that you want to bring to YouTube that we've not updated on yet?
So I have a girlfriend, there you go.
Long story short, this actually wasn't the video I was going to film today. I was going to film a little drive with me just on my own. It's turned into a drive with me and mukbang and with my brother. Basically, welcome to my car. It's been a while since I filmed a old school YouTube video. In fact, probably the last time was actually with Harry.
Which one?
With the pizzas. Ages
Pizzas,
ago.
God, that was months ago, like March probably.
In a while. So we're gonna hit the road and we're gonna go run some errands, and I thought I'd bring you along. Do you know I've actually not driven for about 3 weeks?
I could tell by the way you just looked at your pedals when I was like,
well,
why
the last time I drove a car was in Greece.
Oh, bit of a difference.
Did I tell you I drove in Greece?
Yes. You also said the island was about 6 kilometres big.
It was 8 kilometres long,
So,
actually. Oh, bye.
Welcome back. We have taco.
We never even said, this is not how we start a video, Harry.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We have arrived. Pass me the whole bag. Stop.
Sorry, I'm out of practice.
We've arrived and we have just picked up a Taco Bell. Now, this was part and parcel of my bribe to Harry being in this video because I was gonna come here anyway, and right next to the Currys that I need to go to is a Taco Bell. So I thought, you know what? I've not had Taco Bell in ages. Let's go. I'm gonna try something new off their menu, and I am starving, so.
Yeah, I was meant to be going to the gym, and then Molly was like, oh, I was gonna film a video, and then I was like, what video? And then she was like, Taco Bell, and I was like, okay, the gym can wait.
So I've asked on Instagram, like I said, I intended to film this alone, but some of them actually are.
Okay.
In fact, before you tuck in, do you want to do a little life update? Because last week, no, this is a big one. This is probably the biggest life update that you've ever come to YouTube with.
Is it?
Last week, Harry completed his degree.
I did, and I also completed a half marathon the same weekend.
Yeah, way to be like, not just one thing, two things.
Yeah. Should we start with the half marathon? I ran the Leeds half marathon for Cancer Research UK.
You did, such a good cause.
With 2 of my housemates and
best friends. So they're not just your housemates.
And best friends, yes, and best friends. It was really good. We raised a good chunk of money.
You raised so much money.
Very pleased with that.
Like £800 for Cancer Research, guys. I was very impressed when I saw the final total, because originally Harry had been like, our aim is 200, and I was like, you can smash 200.
Yeah, we were lowballing it a bit. So, but yeah, thank you to everyone who donated. And then a few days later, I had my final presentation for uni. So now I'm done, waiting on the results, and then graduation in July.
I'm so excited, guys. I'm gonna go to my first ever graduation. Harry is the first person in our family, our immediate family, to go to uni. Like, neither of my parents, obviously I didn't. So this was a big deal, no pressure. I'm excited for the day.
Yeah, it should be fun.
I kept it free. My mum was like, Molly, you will be in the country and you will be available, about a year ago. And then I was like, okay, so I'll be there.
Yeah, it should be fun. I don't really know what to expect, but...
Any of you guys have had a graduation? Do you have any tips or tricks, things Harry should know before he goes in? I've heard it's a long day.
I've heard it's a bit of a boring day. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the whole, obviously, graduating is good, but it is just 2 hours of name calling. And 90% of the names you don't even know. 90% of the names I won't even know, because it's just such a, especially my course, it's such a big course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge. They've had to split us across 2 different days, it's that big.
Oh, wow. Wait, really?
Yeah, the Carnegie School, I don't know.
Not just sports and exercise science?
No, it's like sports, exercise, nutrition, sports, physiology, like all the different ones.
It's gonna be a big old day. So yeah, graduation tips and tricks are appreciated. Anything else you want to update on? Any other life updates that you want to bring to YouTube that we've not updated on yet?
Yeah, well, on my graduation day, my girlfriend is also graduating. So I have a girlfriend, there you go.
That was seamless. I wondered where you were going.
I thought I'd try and make it into a sentence, but I was under the impression I'd already told this on video, but apparently not. So if you are switched on, you'd be able to tell, I feel, from Instagram and places.
Yeah, you've been together what, like 5 months, 6 months?
Yeah, coming up 6 months. No, coming up 5 months. Coming up 5 months, yeah, I should probably know that.
You probably should. But you've been friends for years. Like, I've known of this girl for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, she's not
I
new.
lived with her in first year.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
That is probably the biggest life update. Like, running a half marathon is a temporary life update. Getting a degree, yes, it's huge, but like...
Yeah, it's all going on.
I also think it's quite nice because, like, I think that's about a lot of my friends also that met their partners at uni. In fact, a lot of my friends, like 2 of my friends got with their partners at university, and I think, like, even if you don't use the degree, you've met somebody that's like gonna alter the course of your life. Or
oh yeah, definitely.
like,
I mean,
it's a big thing.
Not even just that. I think the degree is definitely minority reason why I went to university, which is I know it seems silly, but
No, I
I think I've...
Good for you for being honest.
It's the cliche, but I've learned so much more than I have in the degree. Fact recall, I couldn't even tell you that much from the degree. Just living on your own, living with your friends, living in a different city, being independent.
Also, I do think moving to a big city, because Leeds is quite a big city, from a small town, like we have grown up in a, like it's very different. Beverley and Leeds are not the same. I do think that's a big like learning curve as well. But also, I would say, Harry, I read your dissertation, I didn't have a clue what any of it was. So you've obviously learned something.
You only read the introduction.
Oh, that was enough to put me off.
Do you want to read the rest of it?
No.
I haven't even fully read the rest of it. It's been good. I don't know where the 3 years has gone. I feel like it's yesterday since we probably filmed a video before I left. Did we film a video like that? I feel like we did.
I'll insert a clip.
A lot's changed, but here we are.
But also not really.
Who knows? Hey, my chips are in there.
That's going to be the next question. What are you doing now? Do you want me to quickly summarise? Harry has moved back home, at least in the interim, for the foreseeable future, to save up some money, go travelling.
Yeah, following in the footsteps. To be honest, I probably would have done it regardless of whether you did it.
You've got friends that have done it and that are doing it already, so I think that...
I know Matt, who's a friend from uni, is looking at going out to Australia, so I might go and see if I can meet him out there. But who knows? I don't have anything fully set in stone. If you came here to see me say I'm doing this postgrad degree and then I'm doing this, you've come to the wrong place, basically.
I feel if you're watching this channel expecting postgraduate advice, you're on the wrong channel.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, we'll go to Instagram for some of the questions now, because obviously that was a little live update from Harry. I know that you guys do like checking in. I also saw all of your comments on the video I filmed recently with Tom, where we ended up in Glasgow, saying that we should film that video together again, like a round 2. It is on the cards.
What, me and you?
Yeah,
Really?
I want to film something similar, either like that or another postcode lottery. However, right now I'm waiting on my camera to be fixed, and this camera's doing an okay job. This is a bit of a test. If I'm gonna commit to a big travel challenge, I want a camera that works. We'll start with the classic one. I feel I have answered this, but a lot of people are asking travel plans for the rest of the year. Where are you across the rest of the year, etc, etc. I do have travel plans. I have briefly mentioned them, so I'll just summarise. But throughout the summer, I'm on and off away on like little breaks in Europe with my friends, and then I'm actually going back to Southeast Asia for a month in September. And the second half of that month, I'm running a group trip in the Philippines. And Harry is coming!
I'm joining. I've joined that one.
Very excited. So if you're watching this and you want to live this in real life, and you're, in fact, actually, maybe if you're watching this and you're a guy and you're like, oh, I'm a bit apprehensive to book onto the trip, because obviously quite often they are quite female heavy. Harry is going to be there. Harry's going to join us. What are you looking at?
Harry's just lost £1 of Molly's money. Harry's just lost £2 of Molly's money.
Harry's going to be in the Philippines with us. Very excited. It's going to be chaos of the best kind.
I'm excited. You've been to the Philippines, right?
Yes.
What, just once?
Just once, yeah. I spent 3 weeks there. Very excited to go back. Really, really, really beautiful country. Like, if you think Thailand has beautiful waters, the Philippines is something else.
Oh, here we go.
No, really.
Classic.
No, really.
I'm not just saying this, guys. This is the nicest water I think I've ever seen in my life.
No, I think I would vouch still.
If someone tallied up the amount of times you've said that on this channel, it would be a big tally.
Because I'm a big fan of blue oceans, but trust me, the Philippines might take the crown.
So would you relate it to Thailand in any way, or?
Yeah, I think it's similar. There are parts of the Philippines that look similar to parts of Thailand, like the landscape. But the culture is very different, the food is different. I would say the Philippines is a little more expensive than Thailand is, but not much. But also the difference between Thailand and the Philippines is slightly harder to travel around because it's just loads of islands, whereas Thailand has like a main. The thing that I love about these tours that I'm running, I completely forgot to mention I'm also going to Bali in July. The things that I love about like running a trip in Bali, running a trip in the Philippines, last year being in Thailand, is it's so exciting for me, having already been to those locations, to like witness it firsthand through other people's eyes. Like, I loved seeing Harry see Thailand, so I'm so excited for that again this year. And then we get on to November, December, and I do have a few things potentially lined up that I'm not going to mention just yet because they're not set in stone, but Tom and I are planning a big trip to South America, and it is on the cards and it is in the planning process now. I keep mentioning it, but it is happening.
I thought you weren't going to say anything, but then you were like, I'm going to say anything, but we're going to South America.
No, because there's stuff happening before South America in November, December.
Right,
South America is going to be like December, January.
You're not saying where in South America?
We haven't decided where yet.
Okay,
I say it's in the planning process. We've thought about how we're going to get there and where we're going to start. That's as far as that's gone. But for me, that's pretty planned.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the most common one. A lot of people asking really random questions, so we're going to tangent off a bit now. This is a good one. I feel like this is a really honest question. Does the big change in your YouTube views and numbers make you want to focus more specifically on Instagram and TikTok? And this is such a yes and no answer, because YouTube is my baby. Like, this platform is what I started doing, what I love doing. I'm a long form content girl. Like, I would rather sit and watch like an hour-long true crime Ellen O'Neill video than like sit and scroll on TikTok for an hour. However, the way the internet is and the way this job is, there is more focus on short form content on TikTok and Instagram.
Times are changing.
I think this is the thing people have always said. Like, you know, when I first started doing YouTube and people were like, well, how will it adapt in years to come? Like, where will that go? And this is very much like the biggest transition for me has been to short form content. And I love making Instagram and TikTok content, so it's fine. There's definitely a shift, and I also think over the last, I would also say there's now a noticeable difference in like my main income comes from TikTok and Instagram rather than from YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I would say now, which is surprising. And I mean, good, it's good, but it's also like not how it was a couple of years ago. I mean, maybe that's not true, maybe it's even, to be fair. YouTube is like a steady earner, the others are more like brand specific. Do you think it changes how I use social media and how I think about my job? I don't think I would stop uploading to YouTube because I genuinely enjoy vlogging. And I think I've always said that. Like, somebody actually commented on my vlog last week being like, this seems like you had to have been there for this to be funny, and kind of true, but also that was why I started vlogging, so that I could watch those moments back that were my life and was personal to me, so that I could live those memories again. Do you know what I mean? So I feel I would keep doing that regardless.
You know what, that's funny you say that, because I keep seeing TikToks of like people saying young couples or young adults should vlog their life so then they can show their kids.
100%.
Even if they just put it on like a private channel or something.
100%.
And it's so true, because like,
I would love to watch back mums and dads' lives.
I think it'd be so cool. Your future kids will have that.
Yeah.
If you have any.
And I think it's so special and so precious. Yeah, to be fair. The last few years where I've done like bigger trips and stuff, to have that one day to share, not even just my kids, but like
to watch back yourself.
To watch back myself, and so that like my mum has obviously seen them all while I was traveling, and like that's really special to be able to share it. So yeah, the extra layer of an audience obviously has turned.
Grandma watches it.
Yeah, grandma does watch it. Grandma will be watching this. Yep. It's just a way to keep in touch with people that, yeah, there's like a third element of like other people are watching too. Good question though. I definitely think it's shifting. I don't think I would ever focus solely on Instagram, because I'm just not an Instagram girly.
Are you ever going to eat that taco? Yeah, good luck eating a crunchy taco in a car without making a mess. You know what? Not my car, so.
Not my car, not my problem.
How would you describe your childhood? You and Harry are very well-mannered, funny and polite, and seem like you had a happy childhood.
That's a nice comment.
That is, oh, I've just gone off it. Why have I just done that? Yeah, that's very nice. Very kind. Thank you.
Oh,
what?
You just sounded really wholesome when you said that.
I actually just thought off camera when we were ordering Taco Bell that Molly sometimes takes it too far with other people, because she just paid in cash. Then she was like, thank you, sorry, thank you. And I don't even think you realised you said it like that.
Because do you know how inconvenient it is paying somewhere in cash? They hate it.
I know, but they don't really care at the end of the day. I just feel like sometimes your manners can be a bit too over the top. But that's just on being British as well.
I mean, yeah, it is partially. Manners are a huge one for me. Like, I notice it immediately. If I'm with somebody and they don't say please or thank you, I'm annoyed. And I'm like, especially if I'm with them, like my friends, I will pull them up jokingly. I'm like, oh, thank you, oh, you're welcome. Like, it's a joke, but I think it's just because for me, I never want to inconvenience anybody.
It's funny you say that, because you never have manners with me.
You're the exception to the rule. You're my brother. And I would still say please.
No, but jokes aside, yeah, we did have a good upbringing. We were brought up well mannered. Never mind, clearly not. If I scrap all that, we're disgusting.
When I get out of the car, I'm gonna clean it.
How are you not getting stressed right now? Because if this was my car,
I don't care,
and you were doing this in my car, I would not be happy with you. Why are you doing it over me? Clearly we don't have table manners. We might have please and thank yous, but plumbing it.
My mum will like that you've asked that question. She'll be pleased with that one.
Yeah.
We had a nice childhood. You know, we grew up in the suburbs in a nice, safe environment.
We had nothing to worry about.
No.
We were just enjoying our little childhood.
Yeah.
Oblivious to the outside world.
And that's nice. That's safe.
It is.
I would want, if I did have children one day, my children to feel that like security that we felt.
It's definitely different growing up in a town to a city.
It is, yeah.
I think it's easier to be masked from the truth in a little town because we didn't really leave the town except to go on holiday.
Yeah.
Which says it all, really.
Yeah, I think it's really important to recognise that that is a privilege, like massively that's a privilege. And I think growing up, getting older, moving to uni probably was a big one as well, like when I really realised, like, God, we have come from such a nice, like, safe background where we've not had to worry about it. And I think then in my decisions and like the way that I not treat people, but like how I think about it, I'm like, not everybody has had that privilege and I need to be aware of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, I completely agree. Uni was good.
Yeah.
As well, another reason outside the degree.
100%. I think it teaches you a lot.
Experiencing different environments.
Different cultures. There's so many different cultures in Leeds. Thank you for asking that question. Do you struggle with comparing yourself to other people your age? I think we could probably both answer this.
I think deep down, yes, but I try not to.
Wow, that was philosophical.
Yes. Up until now, especially in my age group and friendship groups, we've all sort of been at the same stage, so there's nothing really to compare.
Yeah.
Like, we've all followed the same path almost. We've all gone to uni, we've all done the same undergraduate degree, so then up until now there's nothing really to compare and contrast that's different. So I think it'll be interesting in the next year or so to see. So ask me again in a year. Look at that little dog.
Oh. Yeah, I actually was having this exact conversation with my friends the other day when we were getting ready to go out about how up until you're 18 or even 21 when you finish at graduation, everybody's 16 looks the same, everybody's 18 looks the same, everybody's 21 looks the same. Not always, but roughly. You're gonna have people doing their GCSEs and then their A-levels and then a degree. A lot of people's 24 looks like what some people's 34 might look like, and vice versa. People can be 24 still acting and looking like they're 18, and then it becomes like everybody's on this completely different path. Where I think turning 25 this year and having a lot of friends also turning 25, I have some friends that are still getting degrees and still at uni completing PhDs or masters. I've got some friends that are buying their second house. I've got some friends that are getting married, and then I've got other friends that have gone off to Australia and live there, and vice versa. And I think I'm somewhere in the middle of all of those things, and that is kind of okay too. And I feel like sometimes I do struggle with where I'm placing myself amongst that. I think it boils down to learning to not care too much what other people are doing, as long as you're happy with what you're doing.
I think it's also easier said than done in terms of not worrying about what other people are doing and just doing yourself.
I think you'll always worry.
It's just natural to compare yourself to
it is
other people, but
I think that's difficult because I can sit here and be like, it boils down to learning not to care, and I can say that because right now I feel like that. But if you put me in an environment with like 12 people around me that were suddenly talking about things that I'm not doing, yappa, I would then be like, oh my god, I'd be so self-critical, and I'd come away from that feeling kind of rubbish, like stressed. So I think that's normal, and I also think that is just being 20 something. You're gonna be 22 this year.
I am.
That's actually insane.
So here we go, and then that's what makes you think yappa.
In my head I'm like, wow, what are you doing?
I don't know.
I'm trying to escape out the window.
Escape the responsibilities.
Yeah. Me at the airport every other month being like, you know what, I'm just gonna fly away from this problem. No, I was gonna say my brain is just like a constant TikTok sound.
I think that's another thing that's not helping is TikTok. Not to get all woke and Karen on them, but TikTok is just pure brain rot.
Do you think?
And I'm so guilty of it, but it's just...
I think I've actually learned some stuff off of TikTok though.
Yeah, but learning to brain rot comparison is not, it's not a beneficial...
I personally...
Obviously, it's different for you because it is low-key your job. But,
yeah.
And I don't want to advocate people deleting your job. I think I'm gonna delete it again.
You've done that before though, to be fair.
I have. Because when I was in Australia, it wouldn't work. I don't know why. The sort of SIM card I had, something, I couldn't get on the app. And I thought, oh no, that's going to be a big issue. Obviously, we were so busy, it didn't even like cross my mind to go on there. Then when I got home, I stayed off it. I deleted it while I was there, and I didn't reinstall it for 4 or 5 months, and I didn't miss it at all.
Yeah.
And then I can't even remember why, but I think I finished some exams or something, so I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll treat myself. I'll reinstall it. I reinstalled it. I was like, the first day back on, I was like, I didn't even like miss anything, and then I just kept it.
Do you know what, I go through such phases with it. Like right now I've not been on the app like in a week, and because of that I've not posted on the app, which isn't great. Like my consistency on TikTok is not that good because I go through phases where I'll spend hours, literally hours on TikTok. My screen time is through the roof. It puts me between a rock and a hard place because I agree with you. I think it's ruined my attention span. I have no attention span at all.
And your dopamine receptors are fried.
Oh, okay.
What?
What does that mean?
Just like, it's a dopamine hit, isn't it?
Like your ability to be happy.
Yeah, it's just a quick release of dopamine, and then...
Is it? I don't think I've ever felt that.
No, but that's the point. You don't even know it's happening, but it is. I don't know. I'm not... Just do what you want.
No,
I don't care.
I think like anything that people
it's
said
not
that.
really shadowy.
Yeah, it is. I don't know why, because it wasn't
I feel like you can't even really see me.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it is a weird one. Anyway. Anyway, maybe we should wrap this up.
think
I'm gonna do one more. Oh, this is an interesting one. I kind of did want to answer this because I always get this. What are you doing?
So cool.
Will you be starting to look at buying a house next year? And the answer to that is potentially.
Oh yeah, that's a really great answer. That's really helpful.
No, yes, the answer is yes. I don't know anybody that is more addicted to Rightmove than me. Rightmove is my TikTok. I am on that app all the goddamn time.
Do you think it's the evolution from Sims?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is, because right now I'm not looking to buy, unless something like that blew my mind came up. I'm not using the app to actually think about buying a house, right? I like to just see what's there, what's on the market, what's in the rough kind of budget that I'm looking at. And also I enjoy looking at people's interiors. Like, it gives me inspiration. I'm nosy. I am the kind of person that is scrolling through photos of your kitchen just to kind of compare them, just to be like, do I like that? Do I like that? Do I want that? Because now I feel like when I do decide I want to start looking at houses, I know exactly what I want, and I am addicted to Rightmove. So yes, I definitely do think next year that will be a real consideration. However, it really does depend on our travel plans, because to be brutally honest, Tom and I have not ruled out going back to Australia on our 2nd year working visa. Like, that's not completely off the table. So we would really need to make a big decision there, and I think that that's going to come next year, and we know that, and that's fine, and I'm not in an immediate rush. However, bloody love looking at the app.
Can't really add much to that because
You're gonna buy a house next year?
It's not in my short-term plans, no.
No, go travelling first. You've got so much world to see.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for coming with me.
Yeah, it's alright. Making my return to the channel.
I feel like you brought some exciting life updates.
Yeah, I did.
A degree, a girlfriend, and a marathon.
Yeah.
Wowee.
Like they say, you wait for a bus and 2 come at once. 3 come at once.
3. Anyway, I shall see you guys on my channel at the weekend. It's going to be a very exciting vlog over the weekend, because Tom and I have our friend Josh from Australia coming to visit, and he is visiting the UK for the first time ever. So we're going to be showing him around all the sites, all the places, doing all the British things.
I've heard that the first thing he wants to do is get a KFC. Is that true?
Yeah, apparently KFC Australia is not the same.
Really?
They don't have Crush'ems.
I can't say I've ever had one of
No,
them. They're
me
the
neither.
milkshakes, are they?
I think so.
Yeah.
That'll be the vlog on the weekend. Subscribe so that you don't miss it. I shall see you all very soon, and I'm sure you'll see Harry back on my channel a lot more over the summer now that he's living back at home. Bye.